In 1928, a young animator lost almost everything. His studio, his staff, his most popular character. A rival company had stolen the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. The character he had created, the character audiences loved. Gone. He was 26 years old. He had almost no money, and he was on a train back to California with nothing but a sketchbook. During that journey, he drew a mouse. A small, cheerful, unstoppable mouse. He named him Mortimer. His wife suggested Mickey. That mouse would become the most recognized character in entertainment history. His name was Walt Disney, and failure had just given him the greatest idea of his life. Walt was born in 1901 in Chicago. From childhood, he drew constantly, sold sketches to neighbors, dreamed of making people laugh. His early years were difficult. Failed businesses, rejected ideas, empty bank accounts. At 22, his first animation studio went bankrupt. He arrived in Hollywood with $40 and an unfinished reel of film. But Walt Disney did not see failure as a reason to stop. He saw it as information. Mickey Mouse debuted in 1928 in Steamboat Willie, the first animated film with synchronized sound. Audiences had never seen anything like it. A cartoon that moved to music, that felt alive, that made people feel something they could not explain. Mickey was an instant sensation. Within 2 years, Disney had won his first Academy Award. But Walt was already thinking bigger. In 1937, he released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first full-length animated feature film in history. Hollywood called it Disney's folly, a foolish gamble, a financial disaster waiting to happen. Snow White became the highest-grossing film of its time. Walt Disney was not making cartoons. He was building a new art form. Studios across Hollywood scrambled to catch up. None of them could. Because Walt was not competing with other studios. He was competing with imagination itself. And he was winning. By the 1950s, Walt Disney had conquered animation. But he wanted something no one had ever built before. A place. Not a zoo. Not an amusement park with rusty rides and indifferent staff. Something entirely different. A place where stories became real, where families could walk inside the worlds they had only seen on screen. Everyone told him it was impossible. Banks refused to fund it. His own brother had serious doubts. Walt mortgaged his house, sold his vacation property, and built Disneyland anyway. It opened in July 1955 in Anaheim, California. Opening day was a disaster. Rides broke down. Counterfeit tickets flooded the gates. The asphalt so fresh women's heels sank into it. Walt called it Black Sunday. Within a year, Disneyland had welcomed over 3 million visitors. What Walt understood that no one else could see was that people did not want entertainment. They wanted to believe. Walt Disney passed away in 1966. At 65, before his greatest projects were completed, he never saw Walt Disney World open. He never saw Epcot built. But the company he built did not slow down. It expanded, reinvented itself, acquired Pixar, then Marvel, then Lucasfilm. Star Wars, The Avengers, Frozen, The Lion King. Stories that defined entire generations. Today, Disney is one of the most powerful entertainment companies on the planet. Theme parks on every continent, streaming in hundreds of millions of homes. Characters recognized by children who have never seen the original films. But the essence has never changed. It is not about animation, not about theme parks, not about franchises. It is about the belief Walt carried on that train in 1928, that a simple drawing could make the world feel wonder. That imagination is not childish. It is the most powerful force there is. If you enjoy stories about the ideas that shape the world's greatest brands, subscribe to the channel because the next story is already waiting.